is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hello, my name is Rachel and this is my baby girl Larsey. And in today's video I'm going to be sharing 15 things that I didn't know until I got my puppy and became a puppy parent. So just to give you a little bit of background, I personally always had rabbits as a pet growing up, but we always had a family dog. I grew up with Shih Tzus and Collies, but it has probably been 15 years since I've actually lived with a dog, and I've never had a dog that was actually mine. So growing up with a dog versus actually having your own dog and doing everything yourself, they are your sole responsibility, is very different. So with that being said, there are many things that I didn't know until I got my puppy. So Larsey, can you move please? This is a really good shot of your butt. So Larsey is a 7-month-old golden retriever puppy, and she does have an Instagram if you guys want to follow her there. It is Life with Larsey. So I feel like I knew a lot of things. I prepared myself pretty well before we got our puppy, but I mean, aside from like the basics, there's a lot of little weird things I guess I really didn't know. So these are going to be in no particular order. These are simply just things that I have noticed along the way, and I've kept track of it in my notes. So the first thing that I didn't realize is the fact that there's a little clip on the back of their harness that attaches to the other part of their harness. No one told us that. I didn't see it in pictures. I don't know how I missed that. Even when we went to the vet, no one said anything to us. So she walked around wearing her harness wrong for the first few weeks, and boy is that embarrassing now to go back and look, because I did not know. Number 2 on my list is that they shouldn't wear their harness all day. Growing up, our dogs always had collars. I don't remember them ever having a harness, but I was told by a couple different people that I talked to and by a reader that we should have a harness for her, especially starting out, instead of the collar, because it's easier for them whenever they're walking. It doesn't pull so much on their neck. So we went the harness route, and when we first got her, she was going out every half hour. That's how we potty trained her, so we kept it on all the time, because I'm not going to put a harness on 20,000 times a day. That's just a pain in the butt. But even after that, for like the first few weeks, we just kept it on because we didn't know that they're not really supposed to have it on 24/7. So then we started taking it off and giving her breaks. But yeah, that's something else that no one told us and we didn't know. The third thing on my list, I'm sorry, there's gonna be a couple little gross things in here, is that anal gland expression is a thing. So we noticed that she had like this weird smell a couple of months ago, and I thought it was coming from a different area. So we were going to the vet, and I was like, hey, while we're here, do you mind checking this out, because she has this weird smell and I just want to make sure that everything's okay. So they're like, oh, it's probably her anal glands just need to be expressed. And I'm like, her what? Who? I'm sorry, what did you just say? I had no clue that that was a freaking thing. I was like so dumbfounded. But yeah, apparently that's a thing, and I learned how to do it on my own so that I can do it at home, and it is a very interesting experience. Yeah, that's a really great time. The fourth thing on my list is that they are a lucky baby, and they will cry all night when you first get them, and several times throughout the night for possibly the first few weeks that you have them. So I was told and informed and warned that they were going to cry, they were going to keep you up, but I did not expect her to cry the entire night for the first 2 nights that we had her. And then after that, she started to calm down a little bit. We got her a snuggle puppy, which I've talked about a million times. Best thing ever. But she still would wake up and cry several times in the middle of the night because she had to go out and go potty. So sleep is not really great when you first get a puppy. It's just a package, babe. She has to go check it out. Number 5 on my list is that they will eat their regurgitated food. I was like, there's no way my baby's ever gonna do that. That is disgusting. No freaking way. Well, to my surprise, when I was filling up her food dish one day, she creeped up behind me and tried to eat inside of the storage container and like sucked in a huge gulp of food and was like choking on it, so she choked it back out. I'm sorry, this is like way TMI, but she like threw it up and then ate it back up. I was like mortified. What just happened? That is disgusting. But luckily that is the only time I've ever seen her do that, and I really don't want to see her do that ever again because that's really freaking gross. Then the sixth thing that I have on my list is that drippy trails are... And then the sixth thing I have on my list is that drippy trails are inevitable. So by drippy trail, I mean like when they go to their water bowl and they get a nice little drink, okay, cool. Yeah, well, now you're gonna have a little freaking line all the way from where they went after their bowl because it stays on their chin and just leaks out of their mouth. I have a nice little silicone bowl where it's supposed to catch all the food and water and stuff afterwards. And yeah, it helps, but I need one like the size of the house to prevent the little drippy trails. So what I do is I just keep a little rag on the refrigerator, and then after she's done drinking, I would just wipe her face off if I'm near her, so that way I can prevent some of the little drippy trails, because my socks are wet all the freaking time because of your little drinking, huh baby? Then the seventh thing I have on my list is that dogs' feet smell like Fritos corn chips. I don't know. I just remember sitting here playing with her paws and I was like, what the heck smells like a Frito? And I smell her paw and I'm like, why do my dog's paws smell like Fritos? And then I looked it up and I'm like, oh, it's a thing. No idea, because I definitely don't ever eat Fritos. It says that it is totally natural and a common effect of the bacteria that lives on even the cleanest of dog paws. Number 8 on my list is you will get their hair in places everywhere. I knew getting a golden that they were going to shed a lot. I knew dogs in general usually shed a lot. They have a lot of hair. But like this girl, I find her hair anywhere. All over everything. Our house, our blankets, our couch, everything always looks like trash. These black pants that I just put on are gonna look like trash in probably 10 more minutes. And then number 9 on my list is that they stare at you a lot. I don't remember my dogs doing this growing up. Maybe this is just her and she's just weird, but I will catch her staring at us all the time. She will just sit there and look at us and stare at us for no reason, or she'll come upstairs and she'll look at us through the balcony and just like creepily watch us for very long extended periods of time. I don't know if she's just curious about like, hey, wonder what they're doing, trying to figure out, but it's kind of weird. Number 10 on my list is that dogs actually can love going to the vet. So my family dogs growing up hated going to the vet, and like every dog that I can think of doesn't like going to the vet, and I'm just assuming that they had a bad experience there or something to make them scared and that's why they don't want to go. But even when she was super little and we took her for the very first time, she has loved it. Even after she got spayed, she still loved going. She is like literally obsessed with people. If she sees a human, she instantly loses her. Like, it's just inevitable. It's gonna happen. She really looks forward to going to the vet, and I think the reason why is because she knows that she's gonna see people there and they're gonna love on her and they're gonna ooh and ah and give her attention. Number 11 is I didn't know how to do all the in-depth training, like the crate training and the potty training, doing tricks, learning the basic commands. I knew what I knew from looking things up and doing research and asking people, but looking that stuff up and actually doing it are two different things, because obviously every dog is going to be different. And our family dogs growing up were never crate trained, so that was something that was completely new to me. But luckily, having a golden, she's extremely smart and she caught on to everything very quickly. Number 12 on my list is the fact that everything will now take so much longer than it did before. Whether you are trying to work out, it's gonna take longer because she's gonna try to attack you the entire time. She's gonna lay down where you wanna lay. She's gonna go underneath you. If you're doing any cleaning, anything at all, just be prepared that it's going to take you a lot longer than you think it is because you have this little puppy running around. And then number 13 on my list kind of goes with the last one, and that is that they want constant attention and always want to be doing whatever it is that you are doing. If I take one step in one direction, she is my shadow. She's right there. Whether I'm going to do dishes or whether I'm going to take a shower, it doesn't matter what it is, she just wants to be involved. She wants to know what's going on at all times. And I'm sure she's just like extra needy, and maybe not every dog is like this, but she's very demanding about wanting attention. She loves to just like mount on people and like dominate them and demand that they pet her and give her attention. And if you stop, then she'll start to like paw you and try to get you to keep petting her, right?
Say, I feel needy and not enough all the attention, huh?
See this? She's like in her element. She has her favorite ball in the entire world. She's getting attention. She's getting some scratchies. Life is good. Number 14 on my list is that you will have to watch them every second of every single day. Watch their every move when you first get them, because they just want to explore, get involved in everything, check everything out, and they very easily can get into things that they're not supposed to. Luckily, she was really good. We did watch her like a literal hawk all the time, so that's probably why. Usually puppies want to bite on things or eat things or chew on things or who knows, but they need your constant attention. And then the 15th thing on my list, gonna get a little mushy because that's just who I am, and if you don't know that, now you know. Like I said, I grew up having rabbits. I think I've had like 13 rabbits in my lifetime, and I love them all very, very much. I grew up with family dogs, and I loved them all very, very much. But having your own dog that you have to take care of, and you have to do everything for, and you have to pay for, is a whole another level. It also brings in a whole new level of love. I never knew, I never understood how people were so attached to their dogs and how they just loved them so much, and they looked at them as like their literal child, their literal family. And now I get that. Like Larsey to me is like my baby. She's my child. No, she's not a human, but I would literally do anything, whatever it takes. I would do anything for her, and the amount of love that I feel for her, I never ever thought that you could love an animal as much as I love her. I think about her all the time when I'm not with her, and I wonder what she's doing, and I just always want her to be happy, and I want the best for her, and she just means the world to me, and I am just so in love with her. She's such a good girl. Even when she drives me nuts, I would literally do anything for her. Well, look at you. Just be the center of attention. She looks huge sitting like this because she's so much closer to the camera than I am. So those are 15 things that I personally didn't know until I got my own puppy and became a puppy mom. And I hope that if you guys watching this are considering being a puppy mom, or maybe you are already, hopefully that you took something away from this and this was in some way, shape, or form helpful. If you have anything that you didn't know before you became a puppy parent, please feel free to leave that in the comment section, just so that way it is even more helpful for anybody who may be watching this. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure that you hit the like button so that we know that you enjoyed it. And if you're not already, make sure you hit that red subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the videos that we post. And make sure that little bell notification is on so that you get notifications when we do post. We post every single Sunday, and while in quarantine, we've also been posting every single Wednesday as well. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.